People really try to act like when you turn 30 that your life is ending and you're running out of time and you don't have time to do shit. Fuck them, okay? I want you to know that you're really just getting started when you turn 30. Hello, guys. What's up? First of all, I turn 30 in a couple of days. First, it's really only my third day out here, okay? So I always joke that I've lived so many lives, yet somehow it's still only my third day out here. And honestly, that is how it feels to be turning 30. Like, everyone tells you, like, to have all these expectations and things are gonna be this way. And I'm like, girl, everything feels the same, but also completely different. So now that I'm 30, I will say that I understand when people say you're gonna enjoy it because your 20s was for really learning yourself, learning what you're gonna tolerate, what you hate, just going through the bullshit, really. And I feel like now that I'm 30, I know all those things, so now I can move forward on a new journey, Like I can move forward on this journey knowing all that I know. My 20s, honestly, like I loved my 20s, but it was a bit ghetto. It was a bit ghetto, but I appreciate my 20s. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Like, I have been through so much and learned so much about myself, whether it was love, friendships, business, career, everything. I'm a person who loves the journey, and I feel like my journey of my 20s led me exactly where I am supposed to be today. You kind of like weed out the bullshit before you turn 30. So I want to say the biggest lessons that I've learned in my 20s is embrace the learning curve. Like, stop trying to be perfect because still at 30, you're not, it's not like you're going to just have it all figured out. Like, this is my first time being 30. It's your first time being in your 20s. It's your first time being in your 40s. It's your first time being in your 50s. So you're always going to be learning. And as you're learning, yes, you'll know and learn more about yourself, but it's never going to stop. Focus on growth and not the outcome, and you'll be all right. Number two, I would say, is protect your well-being. Like, in my 20s, I realized how essential it is to take care of my mental and physical health, heavy on the physical health. Like, it really sets the tone for the rest of your life. So I don't know how old you are now, but start prioritizing that now. It's so important. I've been through so many burnouts and I have PCOS, so like I've been through so many body changes, and I'm like, I can't be who I am if I don't feel good in my vessel, in my body. So please prioritize your well-being. If you're watching this, prioritize your well-being. Number three, I would say community over competition for sure. Collaborate more, work with other creatives or professionals. Like, it does not take away from who you are. I feel like the older that I get, the more I am confident in my abilities and the more that I want to work with a team and bring people in and just have a community that I can really like go to, and be around and continue on this journey with, because you cannot do everything by yourself. And that's coming from a Capricorn. Lesson number 5, the big one. You're gonna have to learn how to pivot. Do not be afraid to switch directions if something no longer feels right, okay? Your path, your relationships, your love life, nothing is set in stone. And sometimes the moment when you feel like you have it all figured out, bait and switch. Like, and you're gonna have to really roll with the punches and pivot. So that's really important. For my 20 somethings, I just want to encourage you guys to follow your curiosity, try out different fields, interests, hustles. Curiosity leads to so many unexpected opportunities, and I feel like that's how I got to where I am now. And I feel like with like you you have the room to make so many mistakes when you're in your 20s. That is what your 20s are for figuring it out, for being curious. um, Build your connections, don't just network, make real friends. Genuine friendships is always going to be here compared to networking. And I am so blessed to have the same group of friends that I have had since I was young, and even some new ones that came along the way who've really held me down. And now we're all in just completely different stages of our lives, and I'm so excited to see where it takes us. But like, those are my sisters. We're gonna be here forever. Learn to set boundaries. You need boundaries. You don't get these years back. You know, knowing when to say no is just as powerful as saying yes. Protect your peace and your energy. That should be number one, truly. That's something that I feel like was a big one for me in my 20s. Protecting my peace and my energy. You have to, because if you don't, it will ruin you, you know. Have fun along the way. Make memories, explore, laugh at mistakes. It's all part of the story. I always tell myself, like, I can't wait till I have kids, or if I have kids, like, I have to have stories to tell them. Like, yeah, girl, when I was your age, I cannot wait for that. Um, and create your own definition of success. Do not let society tell you how success should look like. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do it. That's one thing I feel like in my 20s I did not allow to happen. And it has opened up kind of the path for me to be where I am now. In turning 30, I honestly just feel like the opportunities and everything is just so much bigger now. Like, the world is truly my oyster. That's how I feel turning 30. It's not like, oh, I'm 30 now, I need to settle down, I need to do this. No, I need to do more. I need to go out there, I need to explore, because now that I know who I am, now that I have a bit more financial freedom, now that I have a bit more free will, I can do what I want, okay? Yeah. um, Turning 30 feels like I'm stepping into a new chapter, one where I'm more confident, more self aware, and more excited than ever for what's to come. I just feel like it's a bigger playground for growth, self discovery, and continuing to set the foundation for who I'll become. So I just want to say this is my first video towards my YouTube journey. So thank you guys for celebrating this milestone with me, you know, and more to come.